4 outs. That's it. 4 outs is all it took to completely change the direction of a man's career. Maybe forever. And no, I'm not being dramatic. Because if you watched this live Saturday night, you felt it too. The second the radar gun flashed 84, everybody watching knew something was wrong. Not bad outing wrong. Career wrong. And honestly, that's what made this whole thing hard to watch. His name is Alek Manoah. And on Saturday night, baseball broke him in public. 1 1/3 innings. 8 earned runs. 9 total runs. Against the Los Angeles Dodgers. In a game where the crowd slowly stopped reacting and started staring. You know that silence. Every baseball fan knows it. That uncomfortable silence where nobody's even mad anymore. Because everybody in the stadium realizes the same thing at once. This dude doesn't have it tonight. And the scary part? The Dodgers knew it too. By the second inning he pitched, they were teeing off on him. Every fastball looked flat. Every breaking ball stayed up. He was hanging meatballs right over the heart of the plate. And once major league hitters smell blood, forget it. It turns ugly fast. But here's the part people still can't wrap their heads around. This wasn't some random journeyman pitcher. Rewind 2 years. Manoah was an all-star, a Cy Young finalist, 3rd in American League voting. 3rd. This guy walked around like he owned the league. Big body, big swagger, big personality. Toronto fans thought he was untouchable. Honestly, a lot of us did. That version of Alek Manoah feels like a completely different human being now. And this is where the story gets colder. Because the Los Angeles Angels didn't wait around. They didn't give him a soft public vote of confidence. No long explanation. No emotional press conference. He pitched Saturday and got sent down Sunday morning, straight to AAA Salt Lake. Officially, the Angels needed the roster spot for Grayson Rodriguez coming off the injured list. That's the technical explanation. But baseball fans aren't stupid. They saw what happened. And once that velocity dropped into the mid-80s, the conversation changed immediately. 84 miles per hour. 84. That's not working through mechanics. That's not just missing location. That's when people start wondering if a pitcher's body has stopped responding completely. And man, I don't know how you fix that quickly. Maybe nobody does. That's why Angels fans are furious right now. Not just frustrated. Furious. Because at some point, fans stop blaming individual players. They start blaming the entire building. The front office. The development staff. The direction of the franchise itself. And right now, a lot of fans are looking directly at Perry Minasian. Another reclamation project. Another broken arm. Another season drifting sideways before summer even starts. And whether you agree or not, you can at least understand why fans feel exhausted. But here's where this gets uncomfortable. Because there's another name floating around baseball conversations this weekend. Paul Skenes. Now relax for a second. I am not saying Paul Skenes is becoming Alek Manoah. That would be lazy. And honestly, unfair. Skenes is still ridiculous. Still one of the best young pitchers on earth. Still throwing absolute gas. But Sunday, against the Philadelphia Phillies, baseball finally punched back. 5 earned runs. Bryce Harper took him deep. The scoreless streak ended. And for the first time in a while, Skenes looked human. That's the only reason I'm bringing him up. Because baseball always adjusts. Always. The league studies everything. Release point, pitch sequencing, body language, tipping patterns, everything. Eventually, major league hitters start solving the puzzle. For Manoah, that adjustment became career-altering. For Skenes, right now it's just one rough outing. Two completely different situations, but the same brutal reality. Baseball does not care how talented you are. The game always fights back eventually. And honestly, watching Manoah Saturday night stopped being funny after a while. At first, social media was doing what social media always does. Memes. Jokes. Clips everywhere. But then the velocity kept dropping. The body language changed. And suddenly, you weren't watching a bad performance anymore. You were watching a 28-year-old trying to figure out where his career went. That's heavy. People forget how cruel this sport is mentally. One year, you're dominating on national television. The next, you're riding buses in AAA, trying to survive another outing. And baseball never warns you before the fall comes. It just happens. Fast. So now the question becomes real. Is Alek Manoah finished? Or does he still have one comeback left in him? And with Paul Skenes, are fans overreacting to one bad Sunday? Or did the Phillies quietly expose something the rest of baseball will copy? Tell me what you think. Seriously, I want to hear real baseball opinions on this one. And trust me, baseball fans are not going to agree. Hit subscribe if you want the next chapter. Because the story coming out of Anaheim right now, it's getting a whole lot uglier than the box score shows.